everybody. Isn't David great? He's so great. His face is amazing. At one point, my husband and I were hospitalized together. They didn't know what to do with a couple that came in at the same time. Apparently, the bridal suite was already occupied. The bad thing was they took our wedding rings. But they did give us matching 4-pointer strings. It was very good for our relationship because we didn't have to talk to each other for 6 weeks. As a matter of fact, we were way too sedated to talk. So when we got home, instead of couples counseling, we were just going to double up on our Haldo. A while back, my family and I went to a petting zoo in Poconos, where you could buy the animals. So we bought 2 alpacas, and we put them in the back of our car. But it's hard to fit 2 500-pound beasts in the back of the trunk of a Yaris. Come on, I would not do that. We actually have a smart car. But when we finally got home, I realized the alpacas were a figment of my imagination. My husband is like, some people hallucinate aliens, and you hallucinate alpacas. Come on, you can do better than that. At one point, we were planning on moving to the Poconos, and we tried to convince our 14-year-old daughter that it would be an exciting place to live. But she wasn't really turned on by the fact that you have to hop into a plane to get to the nearest shopping mall. And she especially wasn't happy when her new group of homies would include 2 goats, a sheep, and an alpaca. The Poconos has the biggest general store in the world. Big deal. We have that too. It's called Walmart. We finally did move to the Poconos, but only for 2 months. Because the house we had was too far from work, too far from shopping, and oh yeah, the Poconos suck. My last name is O'Gorman, but I'm actually Jewish. I married an Irish Catholic. And it's a good combination because Catholics suffer from a lot of guilt, and so do Jews. The only difference is that we have better food. Let's face it, Wonder Bread doesn't compare to pastrami on rye with a square knish. But I've been hospitalized, and the first hospital I was in had rolling hills, acres of land, a huge mansion. It was kind of like a crazy person's version of Downton Abbey. All it needed was a concierge and some footmen. Oh, wait. They did have those. They only were called orderlies. Instead of waiting on us, they held us down and shot us full of out of there. They even had a gift shop. When I was there, they had a special on the turn your bedroom into a seclusion room kit. It came complete with padded panels, an air mattress, and a life-size psychiatrist doll that kept shaking its head and saying, "We're not ready to leave." The gift shop also sold T-shirts that said, "I went to Four Winds Hospital, and all I got was this crappy lobotomy." The mansion belonged to a circus family, so it had all sorts of interesting statues. Oh wait, those weren't statues, they were hallucinations. The place even had a swimming pool. Now, you would think that some patients would want to drown themselves, but they were on their very best behavior. They were afraid that if they acted out, they no longer qualified for the drink special at the swim-up bar. They even had warm bagels from Manhattan every morning. The main risk of this place was not psychosis or suicide. It was gaining 30 pounds and not being able to fit into your pants. Okay, thank you, everybody.